Yeah, we're live. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome and thank you for coming out. Call to order, and could we have roll call, please?
Linda.
Here.
Mike.
Here.
Claire.
Here.
Maggie.
Here.
Olga.
Here.
Eric.
Here.
Jim.
Here.
If we could all stand, please, for the Pledge of Allegiance, led by Pete DeVito, U.S. Navy. Do we have any new homeowners who have never attended a board meeting before? Could you stand up and introduce yourself? Welcome. Any other new homeowners? Yes. Welcome. Any others? Oh, well, welcome. Could we have a motion, please, for approval of the open meeting minutes of May 12th? I think that's wrong. It would be June, what was the last one? June 2026.
Motion.
Second.
Olga.
Yes.
Maggie.
Yes.
Linda.
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Claire.
Yes.
Eric.
Yes.
Jim.
Yes.
Into new business, Maggie would like to make a statement on behalf of the board.
So before we move on, I'd like to take a moment to explain how board decisions are made. Any announcements, updates, or information shared during an open board meeting are the result of discussions, collaboration, and careful consideration by the entire Board of Trustees. While management provides recommendations and professional guidance, decisions are ultimately made by the board. Each of our 7 trustees has 1 equal vote and the ability to express their own opinions, ask questions, and vote independently on every matter that comes before the board. Every trustee reviews the information presented and makes decisions based on what they believe is in the best interest of the association. Although individual trustees may have differing viewpoints during discussions, once a vote is taken, the outcome represents the official decision of the board as a whole. We appreciate the thoughtful dialogue that takes place, as it helps ensure that decisions are made fairly, transparently, and with the community's best interests in mind.
Thanks, Maggie. On that note, we're going to move forward with some invoices that have to be approved. And the first one is for Tech Electric, and this is for our entrance fountains by the guardhouse that we have been getting researched for repair. And I think Mike Morrison will fill you in a little bit more on that project.
Yeah, inside the fountains, there's quite a few junction boxes that are submersible that have to be replaced, along with the associated wiring back to the control panel, which I don't know if anybody's noticed is in the center island just as you exit the entrance gate. That's it. That's all I have
great.
on
And
that.
I believe they are working on them today. So if you're going in and out of the community, just be careful in that area because they will be working on the fountains in that area. And they may be double parked on the street, the truck, so just be aware of it. Do I have any questions from the public on this? Yes. Could you come up to the microphone, Mark? I'm sorry.
It's Mark Cohen at 2 Forest Lake Court. That 7,000, is that for work done already or it seems like we're paying before the fountains are repaired.
No.
What does this represent?
No, we never pay before it's completed. We may have to put down a deposit, which could be 50%, but we never pay for the project until it's to our satisfaction.
So 7,000 would be that deposit, you're saying?
7,000 would be the total.
The total of everything. Okay? And it'll take about 2 weeks till we get this check, so they will be complete by the time we have this check. Thanks, Mark. Okay, any other comments from the public? Okay, may I have a motion, please?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Jim,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes.
Linda,
Yes.
Claire,
Yes.
Maggie,
Yes.
Olga,
Yes.
Eric.
Yes.
And the next one is Ben Bivens Tree Service. As you know, over the last couple of months, we've had an inordinate amount of trees that had to be removed from the community, and that's a result of past summers as well as this past winter and the ice and the snow that we had. So this invoice is for $11,000, and it is for trees throughout the community that are either a danger or dead and had to be removed. Any comments from the public? Questions?
Linda, can we state where it's coming from? Which fund? Can we state which fund it's
It's
coming
not
from?
coming from a fund, it's coming from operating grounds maintenance.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, they're all done.
All done,
Yeah,
hopefully.
there's no, and there's,
For today.
well, yeah, and there's
By
no.
tomorrow, it may change.
Right, you never know when trees are gonna go down.
Any other, yes, Bruno?
Microphone, please.
Bruno Amonte, 7 Spout Terrace. I'm looking at it through Firewise. Does that apply to trees over by the, because I was talking to Steve the other day, and he said we have some trees that were down or branches down. It does not include
Are you
that?
talking about the service road?
Yeah,
We have not addressed the service road at this.
okay, thank you.
Any other questions or comments? Could I have a motion, please?
Motion.
Second.
Mike,
Yes.
Claire,
Yes.
Linda,
Yes.
Maggie,
Yes.
Olga,
Yes.
Eric,
Yes.
Jim.
Yes.
And the next one is Twin City Glass. We have multiple broken windows throughout the clubhouse, or where the seal is broken. By the pool, we have several windows, and this is the cost for replacement of those windows throughout the clubhouse. So any questions from the public?
It was seven glass,
I'm sorry?
7 pieces.
7, okay. 7 different windows. Any questions on that? All right, may I have a motion, please?
Motion.
Second.
Mike,
Yes.
Olga,
Yes.
Linda,
Yes.
Claire,
Yes.
Maggie,
Yes.
Eric,
Yes.
Jim.
Yes.
Okay, we have a couple of issues that we've been dealing with over the last couple of weeks, and one of them is the pool. The board has had a significant amount of time this past month reviewing our pool operations following concerns that were brought to our attention regarding pool procedures after lifeguard hours. After consulting with our pool management company and reviewing New Jersey bathing code requirements, we have implemented operational changes to ensure that our lifeguards are able to safely and properly complete their end-of-day responsibilities while maintaining compliance with state regulations. Beginning at 5 p.m., all residents and guests will be asked to completely clear the outdoor pool deck area when instructed by the lifeguard. This allows the lifeguard to verify that the pool has been cleared, secure the pool area, complete the required water testing, and finish all closing procedures before leaving for the day. Once those duties have been completed and the lifeguard has departed, residents may return to the pool area through the gate or clubhouse entrance and continue using the pool at their own risk until the posted closing time of 8 p.m. We understand that this brief interruption may be an inconvenience. However, this procedure is necessary to ensure that our pool staff can safely complete their responsibilities and remain compliant with state requirements. We appreciate everyone's patience and cooperation as we implement these changes. We also want to remind everyone that the buddy system remains in effect after 5 p.m. All residents should never swim alone once the lifeguard has left for the day. So between the hours of 5 and 8, we ask that you swim with a buddy, that you not be in the pool alone. Our irrigation contractor continues to make progress throughout the community by addressing service requests and completing repairs. While there are still outstanding work orders, repairs are ongoing, and we appreciate everyone's patience as the remaining issues are resolved. We continue to monitor their progress closely and are working with the contractor to ensure all areas of the community receive the attention that they need. Our front entrance and our lake fountains. Work began on the front entrance fountains today, and we look forward to seeing those improvements completed. As for the lake fountains, we were still waiting for a replacement sprayer component. The manufacturer has not yet provided an estimated delivery date, and we continue to follow up for updates. As soon as we receive additional information, we will share it with the community. Energy conservation, we need your help. The board is asking for everyone's assistance with our energy conservation efforts in the clubhouse. As utility costs continue to rise, as you've seen from your home bill, I'm sure, even small actions can make a meaningful difference. We ask that residents please turn off lights when leaving meeting rooms, activity rooms, or other spaces that are no longer in use. In addition, we respectfully remind everyone that the clubhouse thermostats are professionally programmed to maintain comfortable temperatures while operating efficiently. To help us manage energy costs and protect the HVAC system, we ask that residents please do not adjust the thermostats. If you believe there is an issue with the temperature in any area of the clubhouse, please notify the management office so we can address it appropriately. Your cooperation will help us reduce unnecessary expenses and preserve association resources for the benefit of the entire community. Title 39, I'm sure some of you are familiar with it and some of you are not. And those even familiar with it, I think, have lots of questions regarding it. Title 39 is a motor vehicle ordinance that authorizes police enforcement of traffic laws on private roads. We have reached out to Barnegat Township and invited a township representative to attend our September 8th open board meeting to discuss this. This presentation will provide residents with a better understanding of how Title 39 works, what traffic laws can be enforced within our community, and answer any questions residents may have. We encourage everyone who is interested in this information to please attend the September meeting, because that will be the best source of deciphering this motor vehicle ordinance. And we'd like to thank you, as always, for your continued patience, cooperation, and support as we work together to maintain and improve our community. We appreciate your understanding and look forward to providing additional updates as these projects continue to move forward. So check your emails periodically. There'll be updates in there from management on all of these issues. Thank you. And we move forward. We'll turn it over to our treasurer, Claire Hastick, for our treasurer's report.
Okay, this report is for the month of May. Revenue was more than budget due to the selling of 7 homes in May. There was a transfer of non-operating interest of $17,000, which is lower than budget. Payroll was over budget by $3,757.97. There is a temporary employee hours this month, and that's due to the batch checker. And that will continue until the outdoor pool closes in September. And also, there was 1 extra pay period in the month of May. Utilities were actually under budget by $1,643.87. The clubhouse gas usage is decreasing, but electricity usage, of course, is increasing. Telephone and cable bills were near budget, and there were no water sewer invoices paid this month. General maintenance costs were over budget. Grounds maintenance was over budget due to the more tree removal and the planting of the summer flowers. Administrative expenses were lower than budget due to less office expenses, along with less required permits and licenses that we paid for in April. General was under budget because we had no bad debt write-offs this month and only one insurance payment, and reserve funding was less than budget due to lower interest on investments this month. Any questions? Thank you.
Thanks, Claire. Could club and committees who would like to make a report come up to the microphone, please?
Good afternoon, Bruno Iamonte from Mirage Men's Club, Firewise Committee. Anyway, so I'll start off with Firewise. We didn't hear anything from the state regarding funding for next year at this point, so we don't know whether we applied, but we don't know whether we're going to get money from the state or not. So right now, basically, we're on limbo as far as that's concerned. We also have a Firewise Day here on October 22nd from 1 to 3 p.m., and especially for the new residents, it's important that you attend. Not that I'm trying to get people here, I am in a way, but it's important for you folks to understand that what happens during an emergency. We'll have people, for example, from the police department, fire department, forest service, and they'll explain to you the procedure on what to do and not to do if there is a forest fire when we have to evacuate. And again, I was here for the 2007 fire. We did not have to evacuate. It got close enough for us, almost. We were the next community to evacuate. So everything, all the procedures were there. But the new people, I think it would be in your best interest to come out and listen to how things are handled in the township during a wildfire emergency. The other thing that the committee is working on is we're trying to update, we're in the process, I should say, of updating the emergency prepared booklet. All of you, especially the new residents, have received an emergency prepared booklet. Please take a look at it. Don't put it in a drawer and wait until there's a fire on the corner and say, oh, okay, I'm going to read about it now. Okay? So please take a look at it. I know it's 17 pages long, but it covers every kind of emergency that we can think of that we may encounter. All right. Men's Club. Anybody have any question on the Firewise?
Hey, Bruno, would
Yes.
you mind explaining how we get funds for Firewise and then what we do with the funds once we get them?
Basically, what we'll do is we apply to the state, and what the state does is they have approximately $80,000. The state gets $80,000 from the EPA, from the federal government, and what they do is they divide that money up according to the number of Firewise communities that we have. And we have quite a few in Ocean County. Actually, it leads the state in the number of Firewise community we have. So sometimes we got, let's see, we received about $5,000 was the most when I first started this in 2008, I believe. We were getting $5,000. Then as more communities got involved, of course, now you're still getting $80,000 from the state, so the amount from the federal government, I should say, so the amount that it's going to be distributed, it's going to be less. So last year we received $4,200, which Mirage was the highest of all communities, by the way, that received. Some received less than $4,000. Right? So that's basically how it works. All right, for the Men's Club, coming up in September, we have the Dirty Dog Picnic. Please sign up. It's $5. However, if you bring a new member that signs up, we'll reimburse you the $5. I know it's not a big deal, but yeah. All right, also, the other thing I want to thank you folks for those of you that attended the Thursday evening event that we had here. It was a really successful. It was great. And again, thank you for that. Let's see, what else? Nothing else on that. Fundraiser. All right, as you know that I'm pushing for a fundraiser. We're doing a fundraiser here with the other organizations, the Men's Club, Italian American, Social Committee, Women's Club. I better say that. I know, Terry. All right, so on tomorrow is the last day that you can purchase T-shirts. The T-shirt like I'm wearing right now. All right, tomorrow is the last day of purchase. We have to submit it so that we can get it by the end of August and, excuse me, the end of July and distribute it probably by the 1st or 2nd of August on that. We also have bowling. All right, on August 5th, we have bowling down at Thunderbird Lanes. It's $20. Sign up at the in the book. All right. Right now, we're thinking about giving awards for the highest score, you know, first and second place. So, but even if you're not a good bowler, it doesn't matter. Come down. We'll get the, what am I thinking of? Oh, we get the alligator. You can roll it off the alligator and just come out and have some fun. Hey, there is some space left from 2 to 4. All right, we have 12 to 2, 2 to 4. All right, so come down, sign up, come down. The checks, make out all the checks to the Mirage Men's Club. All right, on August 22nd, we have the Walk for Heroes, and that would be walking around the lake. People have asked me, how many miles do I walk? You can walk 2 feet as far as I'm concerned. And you want to sit on one of the benches and enjoy the scenery, be my guest. You want to walk 5 miles, be my guest. All right, and the way that's going to work is we start at 7:30. All right, so come down here by about 7:15. We start at 7:30. You have an hour to walk as many times as you want. All right, and then after that, it's followed by a continental breakfast here in the ballroom. The big one. All right, August 28th, we have the gala event. Okay, this is where from 6 to 7, we'll have cocktails and hors d'oeuvres in the lounge. And hopefully, if it's a beautiful evening, we'll go out on the veranda. All right, then at 7 to 10, we'll come in here. There's a band. We have a good time dancing. We'll also raffle off some baskets. We have a 50-50, all of that. That's $45. And as I said before, I know some people say, $45, it's a lot of money. But don't forget, this is for our military. This is for the people that are protecting us, all right? So that we can sit here and enjoy our retirement, all right? All right, the sign up for the gala is tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock in the lounge, all right? Thank you. I took enough of your time.
Thanks, Bruno.
For the bowling, Bruno, are you still using the dinosaur? No, for the bowling, are you still using the dinosaur? Yeah, okay. Alligator, okay. I'm Tony DePrima from the Italian American Club. Next Tuesday, we're having pasta and meatball night. All right, meatballs will be a contest, and pasta will be supplied by Mama Rosa. We still have openings. It's $25 per person, and Jerry Turning's son will be the guest speaker, speaking about autism, and that's that. Next, we have August 18th, will be the Barbara Lynn Band. We had sign-ups today, it went pretty well. That's $25 per person. Could use some more help people there. Next thing is the Italian American Picnic. That is September 19th, 12 to 4. It's $35 per person, catered by Blue Collar. Right now, it's members only. That's about it. Thank you.
Thanks, Tony.
Yeah.
fine. Hi, I'm Terry Venditto, and I'm talking on behalf of the Women's Club. Just to let you know that membership is due, starting now. And I'm going to tell you about our Welcome Back Luncheon, which will be September 14th, and it will be $46, and it's at the Clarion in Toms River. I'm also going to talk to you about our outreach. Our outreach, we do it all year long now. We don't take a break in the summer. And this month, it's Barnegat Food Pantry. Our neighbors are hungry and could use your help. We have a basket in the hallway, and you can leave anything that you want, food-wise, in that basket. And the other thing is our Dining to Donate. Dining to Donate, we run that all year long now also, and we're doing something a little different this month. This month, we actually have two sort of restaurants. They're in the same shopping center. One is the Shake It ice cream, and the other one is Vinny's Pizzeria, Italian restaurant. They're in the Settlers Landing Shopping Center. There's a coupon for both of them. You need a coupon for each one if you're going to do both, or just the one if you're going to do that. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Terry.
Hi, I'm Sharon. I'm the chairman of the social committee, and this is Diana. She's the treasurer of the social committee. We have a few events coming up this summer. First, we have the pool party, which is next Thursday, with a rain date of the 24th. I hope not. There are still a few seats available, so if you want to, you can still sign up. We're also working on our Grandchildren's Day, which is August 1st. Sign up at the Clubhouse Activity Desk is still available. This year's theme is superheroes. We're going to have a petting zoo, arts and crafts, a DJ, hula hoop show. There's going to be lawn games for the bigger kids, prizes. And I just want to note that due to availability, we have decided to allow 4 adults instead of 2 this year. I want to hand the mic over to Diana to explain our Olympics that we have going on in September. Diana?
Hi. So September 26th and a rain date of September 27th is our 3rd annual Mirage Olympics. If you're not familiar with it, it's a day of fun and games. We have openings for 22 teams of 4. So gather your 4 people. Registration will be open in August. I don't have that firm date yet, but registration will be open in August. And there's been some questions on the Facebook page because we have archery, we have discus, and we have javelin. However, if you played before, you know that the javelin is a pool noodle. The discus is a frisbee going through a hula hoop. The archery is that game that a lot of people have, the yard game with the little hatchets that go into the little plastic thing. So all of the games have been modified. There's nothing difficult. Even basketball is just a foul shot, and a granny shot is acceptable. So it's open for all ages. It's a lot of fun. Participants get a little continental breakfast and a hot dog and a snack at the end of the day, and we give out gold medals and silver medals and bronze medals. So, you know, get your teams together and we'll see you out there.
Thank you, ladies. Any other committee or function that wants to come up? Nope. Okay. We're going to move on to board liaisons reports. Claire Hastick on finance.
Okay, although the budget meetings do not start until August, the board and management have been busy with preparing for the budget. We have written RFPs, which are requests for proposals for the 2 contracts that expire at the end of the year. One is for our cleaning company. We'll go out to bid for cleaning companies, and also for our management companies will go out for bid. So it'll be a busy summer.
That it will. Olga?
Not much to report, except that if you like to sing, think about joining the chorus. We'll be starting up again sometime late August, And also, the players are always looking for new members, so if you're interested in doing some table readings, lots of fun, no pressure, just contact Rose Holden. We meet once a month, the last Monday of every month, so we've got one coming up in a few weeks. And that's it.
Great, thank you. For myself, I have CORE. CORE is very busy on the upcoming association elections, review of rules and regulations, which they do, and inspections, our annual inspections throughout the community. And let's see, newspaper, as you all know, our Mirage Messenger is absolutely phenomenal. Ed Committee works very hard, and they put together a really amazing piece of paper. And for clubs, we had a very nice meeting with the clubs. Everybody was agreeable. I think we've come with a very nice understanding of our calendar for 2027, where things don't overlap. So I was very happy to see that. And that's it. So Mike.
Landscape is still working on getting the plantings done on, if you're looking at the clubhouse front doors to the right-hand side, all the way over to the green room down the end. Actually, it's down to earth. They're still gathering up some plantings to go there. Along with landscape, I would just like to remind everybody that except for what's in your planting beds, if you have trees or something you need taken down around your property, you have to fill out a landscape modification form, and the landscape committee will come out and inspect and make sure they're actually your trees. Facilities and grounds, right now they are out measuring all the cracks in the roads. I don't know if anybody's driven around and seen the cracks, and there's quite a few. That's a project to fill the cracks in so we can extend the life of our roadways. And audiovisual, I mean, we all see what audiovisual does. They do a great job. I'd like to thank them again. They're here, I mean, so many events, so many meetings. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. Maggie?
Okay, so I liaised to the social committee, and they just gave a great report. I just continue to say that they are a great team of people doing great things for this community, all these events. So again, I ask, please give them a round of applause. And then I liaised to Remembrance Committee. So for those that aren't familiar, I think most of you may be, but for any new folks, the niche, we have 4 niches when you enter the lobby in the clubhouse. One of the niches is going to be redesigned as a dedication to veterans past, present, future. There is a rendering in there to give a pretty good snapshot of what it will look like. We did do a fundraiser where we had merchandise available to fund this project, and the committee thanks each and every one of you for participating in that to make this possible. The committee is now working on putting the pieces together to make that happen, so stay tuned for that. But again, many thanks from Remembrance Committee for making that possible. The committee is working on the 9/11 ceremony. That's the next event that Remembrance will take part in. One of the hardest things when we have these ceremonies is to get our guest speaker, and I just want to, on behalf of the Remembrance Committee, thank Barbara Turning for reaching out and giving us what seems to be a really amazing speaker for September 11th. Just to give you a little tidbit, he is the son-in-law of a Mirage homeowner, and his name is Bill Lavin. And Bill is a retired firefighter. He was, through his time in Elizabeth as a firefighter, he served as president. He's now president emeritus of the New Jersey Firemen's Benevolent Association. So when September 11th happened, he was involved in that, but since then, he has embarked on a journey of creating a foundation called Where Angels Play. And that's really what you'll hear about when you attend on September 11th. He's a guy that he works with police as well, so he involves other first responders, but he's a guy that believes in turning tragedy into triumph wherever he can. And I think that that's all I'm going to tell you, because I think he'll fill in the rest, and you're going to find him to be a really interesting and worthwhile speaker for the 9/11 ceremony. So stay tuned. And again, that's on September 11th at 11 o'clock. And Remembrance has their next meeting on July 30th at 2 o'clock. Still planning for that event. So thank you.
Thanks, Maggie. Eric?
Yeah, so I'm the liaison for safety. I want to expand a little bit on what Bruno was saying about Firewise. What Firewise does is it cleans up the both outside and the inside perimeters of the community to making it much safer. There's a height, they go in there, and Bruno, correct me if I'm wrong, and Mike and I have spoken, they could clean up the branches to up to a height of 7 feet. They shred the leaves that are down there. It's really important because when there's been, one was 2007, and we had a voluntary evacuation last year, right? So we want to make sure we prevent it because we don't want the evacuation, and we can protect the homes within inside the community. So the funds that are raised by you doing some kind of yard work, filling out a form, that's where we get the funding from. And the board also supplies some additional funding for that. So it's really important. So thank you, Bruno. So the other thing is they're working on is updating the emergency preparedness guideline. It's already on the website, but we're in the process of reviewing it again. One other thing on a side note is tomorrow I'll be holding a class here in the multipurpose room 1 on how to use the website, how to fill out the forms for whether it's art, landscape, or anything else. So there are some spots left. There's a book outside in the lobby there. Feel free to fill it out. We still have some room. Thank you.
Thanks, Eric. Jim?
The Architectural Review Committee continues to meet on the first and third Thursdays of the month. If you're planning on doing any alterations to the exterior of your home, please make sure you fill out an application, get it submitted and approved before you do the work. That is the best policy to follow in regards to that. They've also proposed some wording changes in regards to the use of equipment on the lawns. Those have been reviewed, and they'll be, since they are in the general rules, they'll be reviewed by the core committee, and once that is approved by that committee, then we'll be letting people know what that includes and everything too. They also were able to locate, Sherwin-Williams now does vinyl safe colors, so you can paint your shutters. Well, I have a whole, and this will be available at the front desk, a whole bunch of colors that have been approved, as well as the old colors are still approved. So these are available at the front desk. If you're looking to paint your shutters, please make sure you have an approved color, but there's quite a wide range of colors here, and I think you'll be happy with that. Just a note, if you paint your shutters, you got to paint the front door too. So shutters and doors should match. Let's see, as far as lunchbox is concerned, it's been going pretty well. Thank you to everybody who's volunteered to work, and thank you to all of those who came out to eat. They do a great job, and the food has been very good. Thank you to Rose and Bucky for their efforts of being there every weekend. And just so you know, they put together a proposal for running lunchbox during inclement weather. So rain or shine, snow, sleet, hail, we'll be there. Just like the postman used to be, but I guess they don't do that anymore. No, they don't. But anyway, so inclement weather, come on out. Food will be available. May not be able to get your hamburgers because we can't cook them outside during the inclement weather. But just about everything else on the menu will be available. So please come on out and enjoy Lunchbox. Thanks.
Thanks, Jim. Management, we don't have anything pending, correct? Okay, so we're going to open forum for questions and comments. We ask you to come up to the microphone, identify yourself, and limit your comments to 5 minutes. So, anybody?
Hi, Diana Marks, 14 Pondview. What month does the insurance renewal come up for everything, the package?
October.
October. Okay, so they should be working on it soon. Question. I do know that the current agent you have gives you 3 different proposals. Have you ever considered going out to different agents to see what other markets they have available?
Yeah, we actually are going out to bid.
You are going out to
Yeah.
other agents?
Other agencies,
Okay.
yes.
Second part of the question. The pool. I know that there's a different premium rating for lifeguard and no lifeguard.
Yeah.
Do you know the difference? In other words, are we saving enough to pay for that lifeguard by having a lifeguard, or are we paying more for the lifeguard than we're saving in having a lifeguard?
I don't think it's ever been, and I'm sorry, I don't think it's ever been an issue of savings. I think it's been an issue of safety, where we don't want to not have a lifeguard.
In the last 10 years, how many emergencies have the lifeguards pulled someone from this pool that they could stand up in?
I don't know, since I've been here, none, but I've heard stories that there was an incident way before I got here.
Okay, because a lot of the communities, and I think most of the communities around here, don't have a lifeguard, and we're always looking to save money, so I just thought if you could find out what the premium difference would be between having a lifeguard and not, because I know there is a discount for having a lifeguard.
And there was actually an incident this winter when somebody had to be pulled out of the hot tub, and police were called.
Okay,
So, sorry, I thank you, Mark, for reminding me.
yeah. But the
Oh, yeah,
lifeguards
we'll be-
outside, are they watching both?
Buddy
In the
system on
summer,
the
are they watching
inside.
the hot tub inside and the pool?
No, they're only watching the outdoor pool.
So,
Buddy system on the inside.
yeah, okay, thank you.
Diana, thank you for your letter, and we're looking forward to getting that going.
Great, thank you.
Good afternoon. My name's Len Martirano. I live at 30 Pondview Circle. A newer resident, I guess, of the community, lived here a little over 2 years now, my wife Nancy. Just recently, we had to have some irrigation work done on our property. We put a new patio in that was approved by the committee and the township. But when they dug it up, they found out that there were irrigation lines under there, and we don't know who did that. We're not the original owner, so it was done, I guess, erroneously, but we're paying the price for it. What came up, though, just to make this short and sweet, was it became painfully clear that down-to-earth irrigation can basically charge whatever they feel like they want to charge to have the irrigation work done. My previous home, I had irrigation done there. I lived there for close to 30 years. So I know a little bit about working with irrigation companies. The estimate that I got was so askew, over $1,000 for the work that I needed to do, which is a reconnection and some other work that, again, was done wrong, I guess, when they set up the irrigation. But we're trying to correct it. I got another estimate. I've gone over this with Desbina and Mike. And we brought in another company, another outside irrigation company that knew they were not going to be allowed to touch or do any work. I was completely transparent with them. They said they could come in and could they please give me an estimate. I showed them exactly what was written up by Down to Earth. Exactly. The technician took that, did his investigation, his inspection, came back with an estimate that was like 2 times less than what Down to Earth was charging me. So when I tried to discuss this, and Desbina has been an advocate and trying to work with us, we just tried to discuss this with Down to Earth. They really were not budging on the estimate, even though I could show them that the estimate I got was a little over $300. So really, I don't think it serves the people of our community very well to be held hostage to an irrigation company that we have no idea of. We're getting ripped off for irrigation services. We have no issue with Down to Earth. They came in and I cut the estimate in half. I couldn't do all the work we needed to do, just basically the reconnection. And that was over $700. So I just had suggestion that I know you don't want different irrigation companies coming in and out here and everybody doing their own thing, but I thought maybe if the board vetted maybe 2, 3 other companies that could come in, that the board is comfortable with, has vetted, could come in and give us an estimate if we need work done. Other than that, we are completely held hostage to Down to Earth or whoever gets that irrigation contract. Seems completely unfair to me. So I don't know how the board wanted to handle that.
I absolutely agree with you. That price was absolutely outlandish. We started discussing this today at today's board meeting.
We just became aware of it today, but I understand that Despina and Mike have been working and have been negotiating on your behalf with Down to Earth, and it is something we are going to look into moving forward. Unfortunately, we are very unique in your common irrigation system, I assume, not an individual.
Common.
Our common irrigation system is an absolute horror. If I could rip it out through the whole community and put individuals in, believe me, we could do it, but the cost is astronomical. So Down to Earth knows our system. They're the best ones for working on the system because what they do on your property could affect 20 other people who are on your meter pit. So that's why it's very important that we have a consistent repair group that comes in to do the work on that common irrigation.
And I understand that. That makes sense. However, that still doesn't change the fact of what we're being charged.
I understand, and I believe that Despina is really working very, very hard with Down to Earth, and hopefully we'll make some progress. So we appreciate you letting us know.
All right, thank you for your time.
Good afternoon, Dave Wright, 1 Silver Lake Drive. I wanted to find out if you guys had a chance to discuss the proposal I made and was discussed a little bit the last meeting about 3 meetings before you come to a vote. So you bring an issue up, whether it's Shepherd's Hook, you bring it up, you let people know about it, you have 1 meeting, give people a chance to comment, and then you go to a 3rd meeting before you vote so everybody has an opportunity. Did you have an opportunity to discuss that at all?
I believe that Jim made that pretty clear last month, right, Jim?
Yeah,
As far as the process?
yes, we talked about the process, and at this point in time, we were not looking to do the 3 meetings, but we were looking to make sure the information is available in advance, and you have an opportunity to make the comments to us so that we can consider them before we actually vote on it, so that with enough time. So we're not going to the 3 meetings.
No.
Could we, at least if we're going to do that, make sure that the information gets out quickly in a number of venues, whether it be pick it up at the desk, on the website?
Yes,
email?
I think I talked about that, putting it out on email, and you can comment by sending back the email or whatever. So yeah, we're looking at a number of different ways, possibly putting it in the messenger, depending on the timing of it and everything too, because you have to have that a month in advance or whatever into the messenger. So yeah, we're looking at getting the information out so people have an opportunity to really look at it and give feedback.
All right, thank you. We'll take a look at it. Thank you.
Thanks, Dave.
Thank you.
Chris Fuhrer, 4 Forest Lake Court. I've been discussing this several times with the board, and now that we're coming up to budget season, I want to know, or if it's possible to be told, how much money was exactly taken from the funds for the snow removal, and how exactly are those funds being replenished?
You're talking about the township reimbursement.
No, I'm talking about what we're doing internally to replenish the funds that were used to pay for the snow removal.
We spent between snow removal and cleanup with trees about $400,000. We wiped out the snow fund completely, and we've used about 60,000 of the weather fund. Now, we had a surplus last year, and instead of keeping the surplus in operating with no interest, we had it moved, we divided it in half, put half of it in the snow and the other half in weather, because weather didn't have as much as snow did originally. So we're not at zero anymore.
Did we change in a CD?
No, this was strictly a surplus that we had, and we have the right to put surplus into funds. Now, as far as the budget, do we want to match the recommendations from the Finance Committee of 300,000 per fund? Yes, we would like to. Do we think we can refund both funds to 300 each in 1 year? We'll see.
Okay, now with the Municipal Services Act that we've been discussing several times, what has happened with reimbursements from Barnegat?
We received reimbursements of 29,000
And how did they base that reimbursement?
based on what they could do if they were doing the work.
And exactly what did they say they would do if they were doing the work? Like, what was the man-hours?
We don't have that in front of us,
Well, I thought we
Chris.
discussed that with you,
But
Chris. We gave you a spreadsheet, didn't we?
Well, I
You gave
did-
me a spreadsheet, but you also told me that they charge $27 an hour.
That's what
to-
they,
That's ridiculous.
well, that's what they gave us. That's whatever they charged.
I
Right.
understand. That's
I would give you a
ridiculous.
spreadsheet on with the roads, how much we got back for the
Well-
last couple of years.
Well, we have, and Mike, you can support me or refute me, we have 106 intersections, and we have 52 cul-de-sacs. If we have a 4-inch snowfall, and under that agreement that was signed in 2020, they reimburse us $5,500,
I believe it was 7,000, wasn't it, Chris?
not for 4 inches. It could be 7,000, but I'll give you that number too. Just to do the intersections cost us $52 at $5,500. If it's a heavier snowfall, it would be $66 a cul-de-sac. That's what they would reimburse us. There is no way that you can clear a cul-de-sac for $106. No way. No, they have to clear curb to curb, Despina. They are required to clear curb to curb.
Okay. Chris, they are required on paper to clear curb to curb.
That's the responsibility of the management company and the board to ensure that we are getting what we're paid for. Just like the tennis courts that bubbled up, or the fountains that don't work, or whatever the case is, that's your job, to protect us, our money. Right? You have a fiduciary responsibility
That is true.
to the membership here to ensure that every penny expended is expended properly, and the services that are provided to the extent of the contract. Okay? Barnegat has not paid us the sufficient amount of monies for well over 10-plus years. I have asked this board 3, maybe 4 times to seek legal counsel to resolve this issue, because they will go back 10 years and get what is due to us. And then we don't need $300,000. We don't need all this extra money because Barnegat's paying it, that we pay through our taxes. So I'm getting a little tired of sitting there and hearing $27 an hour or whatever amount it is. It's not enough. We need to move it up. And if it's going to take a lawyer, get a lawyer. We have one on record, on retainer.
No, we don't.
Well, then hire one. He's going to cost 5, 10 grand. Who cares? We're going to get more than that back. And then some. So please. And just for another note, and I'm sure you guys know this already, Barnegat changed the ordinance for sidewalks. So if our rules say we don't have to do sidewalks, we're fine. And because I heard that if Barnegat comes in and plows, they're going to make us do sidewalks.
That's not true.
I know it's not true, but some people have said that. So it's not true. So either get the money or get Barnegat in here and decrease our expenses. Because I don't want to see a dues increase, and I don't want to see a special assessment for monies that are owed to us and have been owed to us.
Well, Chris, just as a point of fact, as far as a special assessment is concerned, we are probably one of, or the only senior community in the state of New Jersey that did not have an assessment this year for snow and ice. And that is due to our finance committee and our past boards taking their fiduciary responsibility very seriously.
Yeah.
So I thank you for your input as always, and we'll discuss it further.
Okay, so next meeting, we'll get more on this?
We'll try our best.
Linda, if I may as well, Chris, you know, you're talking about $300,000. Our biggest cost in snow removal is driveways.
Oh, that doesn't matter. That's not what Barnegat pays for.
Well,
Barnegat
you're
doesn't
bringing
pay
up, you brought up a total number, and the cheapest thing is clearing the roads, and the most expensive is the sidewalks and the walkways.
Well, then I hope the contract that we're going to get with the snow removal people use different equipment. Because what these people use is a joke.
Oh, I'll agree with you on that.
It's a grade box. So they come in here with Kubotas, and they can very easily put an attachment on the back of that Kubota that powers a snowblower. And they could be in and out of our driveways in a quarter the amount of time it is, and they don't drag the snow to the aprons and fill in the aprons, then ice up. So DTE or whoever's doing this doesn't know what the heck they're doing. All right, I came from North Jersey. I'm coming from the land of ice and snow, Ice Station Zebra up there. They know how to handle snow. Down here, it was laughable.
Oh, this is Ocean County. It'll melt sooner or later.
But you hear the adage too, Mike. Where the heck are people going at 7 o'clock in the morning? We're a retirement community. People still work. People still have appointments. People still got to get out if it's not a state of emergency.
Chris, that's true, but I think that the two storms that we had this year were state of emergency situations, and you were going to work, but I assure you, your office wasn't open because the guy who opens that door wasn't coming out in that snow to do it for you.
Claire, listen, I got property in upstate New York where 2 feet snow fall overnight. You're on the road the next day.
Upstate New York has a whole different aspect.
If you have the right equipment, the work gets done properly at a good cost. So you know what? Let Barnegat do it. They got the trucks, they got the equipment, they
Okay.
got the liability.
All right, are you willing to wait till the
Absolutely.
next day to get your driveway plowed? Because
has-
we will not be a priority to clear our street.
They must do it within a prescribed period of time. Barnegat, yes, they do, Spina.
I believe
They have
it's-
they have an ordinance in the township right now.
I believe
that
it's
says you have
72 hours.
That is not true. That is not true. The ordinance right now in Barnegat says that when a snowfall event falls, you must clear the street for 12 hours. They are responsible to clear it within 12 hours. If they need to extend it, they will tell you that your car can't be in the street. It's their ordinance.
Okay.
17-19. Look it up, read it. That's their ordinance.
Okay.
So 12 hours, they have responsible to clear curb to curb.
Thank you.
Hi, Craig Chris, 8 Swimming River Court. We moved in September last year. So I'm not sure if this is the right form or not, but on the pools, currently the pools are chlorinated, yes? Have you ever considered,
Salt water or salt? The salt.
they're both salt?
No.
One is, one isn't. Which is which?
They're both chlorine.
They're both chlorine? Oh, I thought one was salt.
I was going to suggest that you convert to salt, but
Okay.
they're both salt. They're not.
Can you speak in the mic, please?
Yeah, I was wondering if you had ever considered converting both pools to saltwater pools instead of using chlorine.
We
We can
haven't.
look into. I thought one of them was
I
salt.
thought one
I
was
thought
salt and one was
salt
chlorine.
and one was chlorine.
They had,
chlorine.
Linda,
What?
if I may, they had salt for the indoor pool. It caused too much crystallization
Yeah,
indoors.
both chlorine.
So you've tried it and it didn't work?
I'm sorry. Can
You
speak?
tried that salt water and it didn't work?
The salt didn't work well for us here because on the indoor pool.
Okay.
Thank you
Craig,
for the
you and I-
suggestion.
You had brought this up to me. Can you explain the benefits of the salt versus the chlorine? And I think that would help understand people.
Well, the saltwater pool is much more gentle on your body. It won't turn your hair green. It won't sting your eyes. It's a lot cheaper because once the salt breaks down into sodium and chloride ions, it reconverts back to salt in the pool. So you really don't, it's a closed cycle, so you don't really have to replenish the salt very often. So it has a lot of advantages, but the best one is it's cheaper.
Okay. We'll look into that and we'll get a little more information to you.
All right, good.
Okay? I appreciate it. Thank you.
Right.
Yeah, I'm vertically challenged. Ed Thomas, 3 Silver Lake. Just a couple issues here. With regard to the snow removal, I'm a retired landscaper from northern New Jersey, and I would just say that snow blowers are what everyone is now using as attachments for driveways. We used to do a tremendous amount of residential, okay, and in the last 5 years, I've been retired 9 years, they have gotten rid of all the back dragging methods, okay, and have just put the attachments on there. And you could do a snow blower in, like you said, 5 minutes, and you don't get the damage. I mean, I had damage to my driveway, and I think everyone else did, because when they had to come in there with the Kubotas and drop that blade, it scratched, and nobody's driveway is perfectly level. So it will reduce the amount of time and give a better job. And the other thing was, as far as that $27 per hour, there's no way you're going to get a truck and a driver for $27 an hour. You might get the driver for $27 an hour, but that's not going to include the equipment. So that number is really out of whack. To the Landscape Committee, I just wanted to address, we had received a notice that they were going to start doing the weed control this week, if weather permitting. I don't know what weather permitting means.
They're postponing it.
Okay, because with these temperatures, if it's above 85, you're going to fry everything. So I just want to make sure.
They've already canceled it.
Yeah, they've postponed it. I just haven't had a chance to
Okay.
email out yet.
I just want to make sure it wasn't rain, because temperature would be even worse. Thank you.
Thank you very much. There being no one else lined up, may I have a motion to adjourn, please?
Motion?
Second.
Thank you all for coming out. We appreciate it.